Oh, campaign, ebeye de papa.
Data brings light. People who don't like light don't like data. So when you see a politician trying to talk, you just say, bring the data to support what you are saying. And let us talk.
All right, we for 1 hour with Munufi. We say Ubia hon eye, and then my late, but Monday Monfancheme. So I'll be very quick on the submission and then Baba, you know. And then Baba discuss Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. The Biameka, yeah, Ghana, Drew, Yabani, Abaji Ghana. So we need to discuss and let the normal Ghanaian, you see the word, the normal Ghanaian, to know that some of the politicians in Ojo Mudia, and ye, Ojo Mudia, a Wankasana Ope on Wasem. And nothing I can't say campaign or a bayed no. Because campaign a baby no, a bayed and you any idea or any submission I'm about to be to my journey. This is 1 hour with Munufi Midi, any William Munufi Amankona. Now, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia became the vice president of Ghana for 8 good years. Papa is saying Basanka Ghana for winning Kuponim. Near top man be president, but Ghana for where the United Debbie, a coy man be president any ye. Na name be Chilo Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Subayankasa. What's your share? Say, ye money and say mainly the party in BM. Now, on my president of Ghana, Nyankopon Pangudie. But anyway, let's check to see how he thinks he might become the president of the country. Now, answer the yes, you know. If I say a little bit of news to be about Ghana, Ashanti region, Asawase, maybe because of our mesere, we need to be very careful about the things happening around our country. Because yentimin tinamaimu, money nyese, ubi kitu aso no bi nyadwen or kitu atin no obekun. And then news about is a nipper too. And no you kun nipa or 3 days ago you kun nipa. E was Papaya did we almost about na kumia say nenimwa obi kitu akum pain yekuno. And then so they killed another person dead. They shot another person dead. Ipacho, this is not the style of Ghana. You need baby as to buy yakofo free. And unti am Ashanti regional research. The decision about say from 7 p.m. and people will be able to motorbike so and that's obeshe fugu because they've realized say nipa na this answer money we nyina no eti moto so any this answer money no enti they asked to say nipa and then so yakọ Ghana and down no. It is in relation to near course 2 days ago no nobody actually knows but it seems to become the style now nipa ni nyina omode operating no so uti Kumasi and Ashanti regional you need to be very careful because those kind of gangsters no TSC Kumasi no. It's something we don't actually want to see in our society. Ghana, Mr. Ramo, yes, I teach Ghana. Ghana, mine or no, yam folk nipo kum and the chassis. So, no be nyabia. Use your mouth to send the name Gina Medemano Ekasai. Nay name for discuss it, but as to say about Kitu, Roko Kumi and idea, in fact, I have me. Who's animal we are Nami Raho, because this is not the Ghana we all know. And ye Ghana, in the no, into your bush for Mama, Yamfa, and no, and Sassie. Now, for and same be about Ghana about me Kama DB. Finance Minister say France, I'm a Ghana debt relief. But your finance minister, Nekayo, Yemen America. Sometimes he NDC for the all we believe in John the money mama, but I was say a kaka, ye who may be a tremo Ghana. Send a beya Obimfa Asokwa and Medaya Chenchina. Ediera at all force and Mr. Oh boy, Jumadie. I'm not saying it's we are carrying no correct, but Ghana, you won't be paying. Mr. Be very careful when you are meeting because sometimes in same they don't actually mean it. If you are quiet now in the French in the Brofo cap makes him see you out of force and won't take French casa. Mr. A BS Ghana paying. Mr. And maybe some CBM. Moka euro safumafu ebe catching a Ghana for say Germany for so mama a debt relief omo dey catch over $16.4 million. It ended up say na no correct. That time no na ya safumafu was the finance minister of Ghana. So wow one kaya say we make Kaiwo I have dates and everything there. And the then time senior minister Osafumafu he was the finance minister. Echo Germany be catching the Ghana for say, oh Germany for so mama debt relief. I'm the catch. ekọ bete ya say osafomafo be ka kire Ghana for say there be asem ne ye kan o German ka 70 nipa no translate kire no ene man a wrong interpretation one tia asem ni ye enti be sero minister obo adwuma Ghana fo nyina e won da so also sero men ka asem a kan nye no kuro but I'm prompting you say ebiesi Ghana pay men pese e beten ne abna animonyam a wanya ne nyina no odi bibi e bese no sero o kai osafomafo ekọ any China for bi so mo kwa loan. It ended up say osafomafo loan no ye treasury address na ekosi saloon bi mesra some kai osafomafo was then the finance minister nana dwimu no okwaji loan the abra Ghana magana be adwuma e magana bro kasa it ended up say loan say na 419 loan mesra you ra to forcing tie nsem na nkrofoni kan yie say enye sa na e kan mesra emphasize bia me bata ho. I'm not saying say asama finance minister can enye no kore, but I am on this particular show telling him and Ghanaians say ebi esi pen osafomafo kwaji Chinese loan bia it ended up say loan no say na 419 loan utreshi address na ekọ barbarin saloon eno enema CPP fo nyina be kan say osafomafo should go. CPP o you can say that be osafomafo untimi emgu Ghana ni masesa Chinese loan, Mr. Ya osafomafo the then finance minister say Germany for my debt relief. It ended up say enye no kore. Enti Mr. Minister, e baby a Ghana currency yaba abedu. Ghana for your confidence do mu Mr. So that news be very careful. Cross check it very well. I'm not saying say na enye no kore. So let nobody misinterpret or misunderstand what I'm saying. But may case BS Ghana pain. That is what I'm telling. A BS Ghana pain. Because also sometimes younger generation some of us do not know in same BS Ghana. Na so animguasie kase de mama Imagine say a whole finance minister any entourage ebe engage with Germany for after flight akọ Germany. Edi news abe ka kire Ghana for say Germany for so de ka nyina che obedu Ghana be ka asem kire na Germany for so say da be nya sa na ye ka kire o ye mfa o ka bia che. Then the then finance minister came back to tell Ghanaians say nipa na o interpret asem no Germany ka sa kire me no say na o ka kire me no sa na nya sa na tie o miwa na osafoma fa ye den agu Ghana ni ma sister bia bi ko eno na ma say am the second proof biem say osafomafo chased loan. Chasing loans. Later on, they realized that the loan, nipa also made loan. Address ne barbarin saloon bi. Then on bicycle, we say some £1,000 kurunya bi mao. And so osafomafo chasing over 300,000 or so. That's a 300 million loan. And pese minister, ye be yo sa aguru ni bi. Kotoma me hwe oto agoro de Ghana ye twam ye hia biem. Whenever you are going for things like this, bisa brofunu ye omoka ho se masa mante o French kasa na okan chire mamu ye mahusa akwara no to ani wo se o ye France ambassador na so free Benin brofo o kana akwara men sheda ntia se ase ne brofo no e si nwantan bisa mesero ka kire se onka ne ye onto ne boase no mpe obi o be kasa na chire wo ye nyesa amamu enenim boase ne nam ubomu se success na wachokini nyina ebeti ma da achi bi wa be president no be hwe na de kiti ebe be go ni mase nti mesere o ma ye hwe sa de mani ye because Ghana politics na ye no we don't care how much success you bring on board but bone kakra na kata ho no that is what Ghanaians will remember as a bonyo no o wi akokọ nam na kese ba bonyo na kiti ne paya itimi se na no nyina sebe ye onipa binim so wi ase a omani nso ade oye ne papa se kura na onkai ba bone kiti na obeye no eno no kai. I have met a lot of this kind of people say the old gusu kwa oye ne papa no no otetel e pe bone o nchen otetel bone na be ba ho no they will capitalize on that bone no to wipe away papa na waye ni nyina nti Mr. Minister mesero me this a very simple advice and I'm a dema Of course, Priscilla, why are they? Because Brofono, it's a bridge in Momo, and Jomuni. Was he brony? I can't some chilba. So who tell her was at I say masa san ka gu harminti o hanso because kwasi bro yin ni papa aha oti ni kuro mo hu say o perform wa ban ni successful nti kwan bi e be fast o de be from bia no they will do everything to bring you down mesraw o mo kan smati ni ye piano girl you have ko there aha vibes Ghana NPP akrofo yi
mo kwara ne ti Jimmy for party job.
Hey, all right, so let's move on. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ho dwuma. Mesraw Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be gina wanim say to abama no. What the NPP for? What the memfa mo de kwanhyase because president dey onya bi nida. NPP for me be call premise. And Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be gina wanim say to abama na. Mesraw these are the kind of questions me pese yin na ebisa no. Papa no got a very fine opportunity when he was the vice president. Eko jina international community anim ene bisa no say na obedi vice president no say na uhu Ghana for Pacho listen to me very carefully. My prince, anyway, I did not complete it. So as to how you understand it, it's something. I want to say I did something there. So be very careful and watch what I wrote there. And he said, if you by your own understanding, you think say that is what I've written there, it's up to you, Mr. Rao. Let me focus here. My prince, there. Good. Former Vice President, His Excellency, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, Eko Jina International Community anim, ene bisa say, Mr. Vice President, minor woody minor nim no. How do you see the people of the country? Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia the answer be ma ushi na bisa na mame.
Fake birth certificates was a big problem, for our country, and it made it very difficult for people to trust our documents.
So tieniye. Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say Ghana for the idea enemy a fake birth certificate. Mr. I am not saying anything here. Tie 70 ye. Na ukoshi Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no bisa na question. And mekasa akwabi ne kai because I did not make this kind of words. Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so be the vice president ade ohun is a Ghana for ya kromfo fake birth certificate. Pacho, he will continue. Listen to you very carefully.
Fake birth certificates was a big problem, for our country, and it made it very difficult for people to trust our documents at embassies and everywhere, because people would just go and have fake birth certificates. In fact, when we went to the births and deaths registry, we found three different databases. We had to harmonize the databases. But once you have unique identity, you will not have fake birth certificates. There will be no football age versus normal age. That business will come to an end.
And the Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say, nobody vice president, he had brought a business in Ghana to an end. If any fake birth certificate. Or twaswa, or say Ghana for age cheaters. Moria nipa bone for what the 20 years, also what the 10 years. What the 40 years, also what the 30 years. Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ne kwadi di Ghana atem, Chile international community say he came to become the vice president or buy in Ghana for fake birth certificate in Kwana Muyuzu. Or someone say age cheaters. I didn't want to continue. Oh, the Ghana attempts are then I started to question myself. Say, I know Ghana vice president, they can't say we Chile international community and accident. Because the choice of words Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia use to Ghana no. And your vice president is on Kokasa answer no. How on earth will the vice president appear before the international community and tell them say, "Maybe president the ba me man no obia ushi or the birth certificate kwa embassies are a fake because they cheat their age. Omo use football ages. And so no be president and as our business no it will come to an end." NPP4.
Jimmy for party job.
Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so no be president our business no will come to an end.
This is normal age. That business will come to an end.
Ayo. So what about Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia? Or can't you say birth certificate take it on a fake into Obama na ba wiye. Adwa ufini Bulgaria wa ho. Yo wate.
Jimmy for party job. What's your MPP then? Jimmy for party. Jimmy for party the anonya den dodo. Oh. Me jina president Kufuor do nim kwasa na bekala. Na Jimmy for party na wo Bulgaria won so ya MPP ni no. Oh na say me so me Jimmy.
I just want to say Bulgaria say on so Jimmy no can NPP hono. So imagine somebody wants to become a president. And Alhaji, me adi ha me say Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia did not say this kind of words in Ghana. Or to kwan I think say ECOWAS summit or something like that. Or it was a summit be a year no man on it. He appeared before them and then he was highlighting his vision for the country and decided to tell them that Ghanaians were age cheaters. But I'm choosing some particular choice of words. Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no choose here. Ose Ghana for you use football ages. Inti birth certificate ne kitere kwa ne de ko embassies kura omo peto ombeje. Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia o. But say tie ni ye.
Fake birth certificates was a big problem, for our country. And it made it very difficult for people to trust our documents at embassies and everywhere. Because people would just go and have fake birth certificates. In fact, when we went to the births and deaths registry, we found 3 different databases.
And the Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say birth certificate Ghana for nya ni nyina e fake. And nti na mo ko embassy edina mo fesa no. It was also no called birth and death, no called 2-3 different sets. In the Mia Meti, ABA woman 1980. Mikita 1 different birth set. Masako kita another birth set here will be a 1979. And then Mikita Bakosa Chisibia will be a 1985. Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as man made president. And we could man on a good Ghana for any masano. Oh, president no. NPP for more president no. Or some age cheaters. Moye di pa bone fontina mo ko embeze yema mo visa no enti sa abronye begina wo say John Mama ntina wo ko American embeze yema mo visa ka chen say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia e na akoka sa asem kira American for say mo de mo be say te ba fake because the co be say defa nya Ghana ni ba ko a be say te kita no no ko kita miensa with different ages wow Ghana for do na nim say Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ko kaka sa asem we o me kai mo ode akwa we ho agora ode asokwa we da mo say enchinchina no sa papa no we never papa no I'm moving forward kakra I do also he's confused what said that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia whenever he gets the fine opportunity he disgraces people. 2 one who say what said that boy man for pa say young goody penny maso Ghana. Number 1 had Abronye. Abronye what beso mubia from a soft food to John Mama to Wayo or Diobiatem because of Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And they want to bring a fight and I said something between Christians and Muslims into believing say a Christopher Nanto Obama vice president a Christopher etan kremofo. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Esa no juma no one na ma abronya mo yesa no afia so asinega okodi sameja fima taminya no afia so asinega ye campaign ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. So he as a person the second weak point of Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say open papa mu open divide and rule o se na ko bo pass mu ni nkrofo we atem mame na waka na otom enti Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ntimi nka nchi na me say sameja afia so asinega di na tem onte ye wo de yemfa ne Kumasi killing ya koso Kumasi traba killing no moyo. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wo no ko start o northern region and at central region. What is wakasa? What is Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kasafa? Ne me ko so Kumasi no because he remains very quiet. He doesn't even care. Because she chile. And on the yes ane manema no. Sa tata sire na sa papa no eyusu. That is his style. And the obema omadi obi atem then he remains it's like he has never seen it or he has never heard it. Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia sa no juma no. Minia eba ho Gideon. Wo de me be chira Cape Coast Airport ne harbor de kwa nketenkete o. Me be chira won sem bi Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ka. You'll be shocked. You will be shocked. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia me pa chomo kai say whilst being the vice president Kantamanto ejatomu Emma His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ko jina Kantamanto ho e ko share omo bobi. Let me remember you with this particular video.
We came here to see for ourselves what happened last night. And I must say that it was devastating. I have seen the damage, and so many shops, so many stores have been razed to the ground. As you can see, what we have is a human tragedy. You have about 2,592 people who have been directly affected by this. 2,592. And that tells you that there are many more who would be indirectly affected by this. So it is a tragedy. It's a situation that makes us all very sad. People's livelihoods, their day-to-day means of living has been taken away by this fire. There's going to be an investigation as to what has happened and why it has happened, and that investigation will proceed as is. But nonetheless, the lives and the livelihoods of the people cannot really await an investigation. Those are more immediate, and we're going to be looking at how to assist. I'm calling a meeting on Friday at my office with the leadership and to look at how we rebuild this market and also how we can provide some amount of support on a humanitarian basis initially, and also some type of, we'll look at how to provide some type of business support to provide capital to.
Whilst being the vice president, Kantamanto, SCA, and then the president then sent his vice president, went to Kantamanto. And Okojina Kantamanto for him, almost Abu said they were going to rebuild Kantamanto and give them some sort of business advisory. How he put it, business support into advice and maintaining the businesses. Those were the words of Alhaji Dr. Bawumia. He went to Kantamanto when he was the vice president. Kantamanto no otra 8 years. When the rebelled Kantamanto. Ye to abawie ya na Kantamanto ejasan tomu. Na wa Lucy aba. What my pacho tien some na make any. I'm very careful when I'm choosing choice of words. Abra wa vice president no Kantamanto ehye. Eno okojina okoshe omo sabowe. Said they were going to rebuild Kantamanto and then support nipa omo because according to him their sources of livelihood in an asheko. He couldn't do anything about it. He stood there, and then Ghanaians voted against them in the next 8 years. Yet, to abawie yana Kantamanto, it just ain't she. So, the same person, esa kujina Kantamanto. But you teen, some was I will catch them.
Yabaha, ya Banabon, Yabanin Srim, Asama, Etu Mono, yet he say Kantamanto, very ashi na betna mintmintna mepenyin foso abaha but me say gisabia menkasa ebehu na mebehyemote na mebemamu yako edinti ena maba menene penyin foyi ewie adia mabehu ewie die eya ayohopa nipa nyina ejadifo a omo ha omo abrabo ewe wiase nyina abeshi omo sika nyina abeshi enti eye adea ba kuso ewu eye adea yempese eka ebaso ohweso investigation no yenye wiye. But say the nipa air cano, na air to say nipa na eba, edi ejano, eba to, saijeni. Asin, say the no firm. But ye make him aho the right course at the bar. But my bay, who said, Ejuma she asia, and now I'm a miniature, Ajikakra. Evinti, Mwa yeso yebeboa na market yi asidio na moaye you say muhia wood muhia cement muhia roofing sheets yebeboa me na mo today odi ayi and also you see market yi so we are you wadi a me pese ye ema kantamanto for first no internal security is a very important concept. We have to make sure say your internal security. They are tossing me, you know, as part of the security, no. The person made the cameras ever to cantonment. Cameras, you know, me and I made it because you be fear by me, but me with the cameras, you know, ever.
Pacho tie haye papai
cameras no me and I made it because you be fear by me, but me with the cameras no ever by the deco the
tie nsem ni ye Alaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say onim so mu be fia ba mu because time we kwagina kan asem we no na ya to ba wi a ye ba best where his excellency John Dramani Mahama in so he knew say Okan on the 1st of January 6 days after onye vice president BM but he went there to lie to them say oh no the cameras bro more whilst knowing very well say he was no more the vice president in 6 days. And he was saying, "Suka say, onim say, omaban every so, but cameras and on one a day ba. Me pacho tihoye. Now she na bisa the question.
No, the person made the cameras ever to cantonment. Cameras, no, me and I made it because you be fear by me, but me with the cameras no, ever by the deco the
cameras and be pese me and medeba if you say you be free by mu into cameras and me and medeba the patch of 7 months in Cantamanto camera be you. Nipa we ugiri dia enye ye na fere se ya to ba ne tiawa na wako gina wo se e ya Christopher na to tiawo into e ya onwanwa we NPP ni now the Alaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia tell him say his own character and a magana for engineering ye PhD na kita na fi ho na ye ono nipa no as Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na fi ho a ni suban and a magana for engineering because he seems to be like a deceptive first person or the other nipa or behwe wanima na waka na yesew na waka akire Unim say at all by you, onya vice president. Meanwhile, you went to Cantamanto to promise them say, "What the cameras bo Cantamanto as what? As a good citizen and as a day." Now, Moshe ya and seminar Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia can after election na Olusi no or can the tweak but previous one no or can brofum exactly the same words no and he was using. But asan be dan brofum in tree and or catch them. And then Ghana for sometimes I have a problem. Nipe kasa yentie nsem na yeke no na yebo nsem ye mote Cantamanto ho ma papa we be hye mo bo dada wa meye as vice president ya to ba yi no e na o se be hye mo bo say ono bere musika na the cameras abebo ho e ba cho 7 months ni camera na do he wa kra Cantamanto you can tell me mo first year na mama
Me pese mon fastiano, mami. Mon fastiano, mami. Mon mamistiano. Na min chicano.
Enti wa hu se mo di sia na ma papa we ade enko de Ghana for be ye no. Dada Ghana for sa azankwa. Alaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia General Mosquito say na nado dan kwakufu ado say dem kwasiafo e na pre to me. Enti na nado dan kwakufu ado akira kwa we say hey oh, kwa Ghana for any man can kwasi asem no mbeti. Service for my choice of words. Not to say or can kwasi asem, but that is how he is behaving. Ebi amankani ya mo fanche me. Ana president me boa. Eti Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ejina wani ma na wadadaw. Mahmoud ayi o say or so be president or the dollar be 5 cedis. When the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. Ato forces, you could be ato forces, or about ato forces say, na currency ya Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say wachira ko say prison, you know. I take prakana, it seems say wo dey wa arrest, you know. Ato forces you ho menye policeman, na ma arrest dollar. And I'm arrest CD. Inti CD ni dey a prudent economic management me ma bind that to akwan mu. Eno na ma ayesa. What a brilliant answer. Imagine say under the leadership of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and a Ghana currency a Gina 10 cities say ya dollars are ABC na kayason enkwedidi. Obe burumusa.
Jimmy for party job. Phone share.
What's your MPP again?
A Jimmy for party.
Na ye ina Ghana for na.
Minya Ghana ni bio.
Yo.
Because they say the one we never president.
Okay.
Minya Ghana ni.
Yeah, Ghana for. And ato force asked Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kakara was say hi. I'm not a policeman. I can't arrest the city. Enti nipa no dan no policeman ko arrest the city no go bisa no. Enya me de e modwuma ajo mama de mama na me ye. Me huso.
Aya hata. Awodi bi anim.
NPP na hata. Awodi bi anim. Mesrawo former Vice President Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ehwe nyankopon anim eko gina asore dan mu o mesira so gina campaign platforms in the kaya nka wouldn't have any problem. Jesse bibia work there. That's it. If this is the first time on the show, this is 1 hour with Munufi. If you wait to subscribe, I'll be very, very happy. So I'll share, so I will also be very, very happy. I do my live stream based on analysis. I like you, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the kind of say, "Young for data, na nyejuma, data." Me enampe.
Data brings light. People who don't like light don't like data. So when you see a politician trying to talk, you just say, "Bring the data to support what you are saying, and let us talk."
With the data, no. Ene Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia nankasa ho adwuma. Papa no sense mo kan no. He thought say he was joking. But no him say the data nankasa na bese abone ma. Aba. Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ko gina asori dan mu ko sie nyankopon bobi. Sie nyankopon bo e wa asori dan mu. Asori kese o. E bobo asori fodi e kan say one cabinet adwen ho. Sero yankoni go bisa say nyankopon ogine na nimu hye ne boyi. Dear now, person Yankopon Yamau, also person Yanto about money bear president. And yes, you, Ujina sorry demo, ye mau puppet, Jinanimu, now one casa catch the Ghana for a dear, also, no, buying a more bay. Nan Yankopon NTB, Nasi Yankopon Utime Yankopon and Tonsu Nguso Mau. Pacho, Yankunin Kutino, Ujina sorry demo, Tini.
I heard that Bishop Doug Hayward Mills talk about building. He made similar comments here. Yes, these 2 roads to Accra, Kumasi, we haven't been able to build. And he made a very, very insightful comment about why is it that we are not building our roads with concrete and rather doing all this asphalt bitumen stuff, which the roads get washed away after 2 seasons. You look at Temamoto Way, which was built with concrete, and it is lasting almost 50 years. And so that sort of got me thinking, and we started that discussion. It's a simple idea, but it's full of wisdom. I checked, and I realized that even in India, since 2014 in India, they have a policy to only build concrete roads because it works out much cheaper. So I said, well, let me bring this to my bosses, and we have been discussing this as recently as last week in Parliament. And Bishop Doug, I'll let you into it. Cabinet did decide last week that we should move towards concrete roads as a country. I'll let you into it. Cabinet did decide last week that we should move towards concrete roads as a country.
Utieniye. Was a cabinet did decide last week. Enti abra no gina sorry dem we kasa asem we kire asori fo ni Nyankopon no. Osina cabinet had decided last week say as a country no, we should build concrete roads. Bacho back away. Back away. One. Ekumi kura. Ojine Nyankopon ni mo. Eka kire Nyankopon say ono ne bosses cabinet Asia had decided the previous week they say Ghana is moving to the direction say we are going to build concrete roads. Say no boy. Timi dada nipa sa ko dada Nyankopon. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Dada Nyankopon. The saddest aspect is say no gina sorry dem ma osofo backward miss and then the poor petrol gina ni mu e preaching no ama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Say masa also wasen bi kan kire Ghana fo ni Nyankopon. Wan kasa be gina ha na beka. Pacho tino.
Bishop Dag, I'll let you into it. Cabinet did decide last week that we should move towards concrete roads as a country.
Gina Nyankopon anim. Ma pulpit no. So for the when the Bible to e preachi. You say alaji J na ka asem kire Nyankopon twedi ampo Nyankopon ene Ghana fo nyina. Na wo dada Nyankopon. Na otwe won na yekoto abatie na okonye 38%, you think say you can come back again and win. Who say Nyankopon ya akwala? You deceive God. And so only agrada that no difference. Sometimes we need to expose him because Ghana for do na enim se sansem we na papa ne kai. And on one can say that na hone na chita for say lose no lose ye no e ye nkurofo bi ti say onabo kendo hene Japan na mani lose ye. Me wa Nyankopon ne ton so gu so say wo wa da me. Ube lose bi bin si da. Nyankopon fa osofo bi so kan kire Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say obawi mpese be boss of the obawi ama e bin si Ghana da. Yeah. Wow. And sometimes as a nation, no say ufi say opa konwe dia, wo de wo da that me mufo no kwa da mo ba Nyankopon de en na da no. Because Nyankopon enya kwala ne kodi agoro. Christophic anane. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia that say azano e woni di enim as you're saying, because that is the only thing that he knows how to talk. O da nipa nkwa. Enti say wodi papa we achia obe da. Now, who is a Ghana for international Nyankopon him, name a toba mouse beden president in the country. I my Ghana Christo for mine. Abba. Sometimes, you know, many Charles, one will say, when Bible me will say, ye will be as leader, ne Nyankopon ena you know. And it doesn't matter how he is, you know. As so for now, being say, he might change with time or on time. So they kept giving him the opportunity to be the person in Nyankopon person way. But every single opportunity down Bema Alaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia he messes up. And then you know you. And then you know and then you know whenever he gets the opportunity he lie. Wow, it's like it's in his DNA. Na say yan weni yene ma papa we be lead Ghana pese kim asemesi Ghana. That is something we need to be working on because we say Ghana for no ye ne kakra na firi ye expose to the chile nipa o munim say ote no because me so say video say me chiro e bi ne nipa do na akora no enim say sanse we nyina papa na aka kan say we nyina ensam de akese she bo akese he knew say he was playing with the people. Whilst we were campaigning, Alaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia can chire Ghana for, or can simply be chire Ghana for. But John Mama be a person that John Mama started implementing some things. They turned again to come and ask him, say, Ubenyeska wine. One among them say also obey reduce taxes. After they say John Mama be president no oyi taxes free wa. Now the same Dr. Gideon Boakomo I be beside John Mama say na we taxes free way. Ube then you scale no. Meaning they knew say when Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was telling Ghanaians say when he win na obe reduce taxes no. They knew he was lying. That is how I understand it. Because I wanted Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia nam munyina mo go raise John Mama say me reduce taxes. Allow Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say me reduce taxes. Now John Mama be no reduce taxes. Now we be starting say na oyi taxes na free hon obenya sika wo hene debu man na. Meaning you knew very well say na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kano. Now he was lying. That is the answer. My prince, sometimes why are you say follow what is happening in Ghana there? Then that is the problem. Because if you Juma John Mama buy or creating now say you are behaving say you have not seen anything. If I Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia or Kanchero say we're creating 2.1 million jobs or no. Did you even see one? 8 years. Then you are saying that somebody has been in administration for 7 months on creating a Juma. 24 hours economic policy in a lunch here. Did you follow the argument or you did not? Please don't let these politicians deceive you. Observe the system and then get opportunities. They give you the enabling environment to create your own jobs or to do something to better your lives. That is something you need to know. And they say, oh, others I was saying, my name is but you think that my brother, somebody is deceiving you. Man, that is not my job here. My job is to tell you, say, Abino is creating some opportunities for every single person in the society to tap onto it. It's a one tap it. Remember, America, there are unemployed people in America. Who names are? Do you have to know? Because you need to be ready. Say, a buying opportunity be whatever be ano. Also by Jody. Now one Jody there, meaning that is how societies are built. Oh, but so say heaven, time heaven. Nyankopon to man ano. One fan man na me say nipa no mo. No to go be pono so nipa na ntia kwasesa. Nti ask God say, ade na nipa na ti kurumba. Wo to man na gu ba bi. No man kasa kwasesa. Nyankopon ka kire say, or the show somehow be a lazy person. So go and fight for your own and pick it. Sana John Mama here no. He's not ready to. Yes, so what is the case? Be to now. Oba no create Juma say brabe yo. That began a Juma ho. You create Juma no. My prince. Unko ibi awa wasem. Maybe I'm not going to say anything different. My prince, sometimes maybe you might get confused, but on this particular channel, I'm just straightforward. I don't deceive you. Why I mean, yeah. So take it like that. So this was your question, but that is the answer I have for you, my brother. A very simple answer. Go and fight for your dream. Don't rely on His Excellency John Dramani Mahama because he's creating the enabling environment for you to tap onto it and make something for yourself. That's it. Be physical should be able to ministers can only 60 pay. Maybe tell some minister and come pay. But 60 but I'm doing something for myself, right? Fight for your own and then be there. That is how we do things. 1 hour with Munufie and Midi, any William Munufie Amankona. But your question be you can just bring it, then I share my ideas on it. Say also if it's a bit my phobia, we do it. That is how we build a better society. We need to build a society. Send a youth in a year banner. Young say bit my creative bibi amayaho. Don't rely on a bayano because a bayano jumane say obey creative the avenue. The avenue no creative punot at the house. One go wouldn't be uncle fight all there. On 5 bro. But now it's 4 years or so. Now goes out here. Then you go on to election. No, na bayano wanyawe. But now man for enjoy. Also a man for some quite pa. Now no chama won't me question your catafia free fano. Also, oh yeah, you want Palmer NPP. NPP, we owe you. I don't know, because the chief refer to Hawk catch me won't make us answer no. Creating your own channel and all the year you want NPP. Inter Chama won't make a say they owe him, but my prince. Chama won't me share what they know back country. So then now your mom. You are not doing anything. So what I say? That is John Mama's administration. Rollins is John Mama to say European leaders. He creates enabling environment for you to tap on and then do something for yourself. That's it. And I was for and then me the best you had nyame ya do ochina. Meba I think say and then me late kakra mo fan cheme. Ejuma ma me check kakra until I got home very late. Me ba cho we nshira nya ejuma me. I have my own job am say me. But whenever I come back in my house, I've created this particular studio as an office for this. Some people think say we need ejuma me there be we need ejuma me. We ejuma kasa me. Inti praise. So what I say come back I say come we there be aha make say see about 11:49 in the night. As well as I tell me no dim come pa matumebo. Me na the whole day. So that opposite me na about 11 almost 12 me na. Until I'm creating something for myself. That's how we need to build a better society. You know. And this is resetting Ghana. I'm father into her. Now, what my main is equal for the new come away. Sana saying this is resetting Ghana. Of course, John Mama has taken his time with the proper team. Me, I like the team at John Mama Diabana. I want to say there are a bit of youthfulness in them. In the team now Diabana, I say we are tapping in. Omo create omo de and omo de ye ndwuma. Nti who as a person also no DNS we free for the chef free for the Jesse you do the chair sana we yo. Jesse says she go and sleep chale nya easy. It's so an apartment now, but I'm here. But you know we need to do this. What was behind my that I'll mount a camera here for somebody to see what is happening here. A lot of things. Because I have all this kind of stuff. I have a lot of things going on here. So I need dedication to do this kind of stuff. And this is why you're careful. You might not see say something is happening here. But I have a lot of things here. I have a lot of issues. Let me just try to see if I can show you this kind of things. You see, I have another one also here. And I have a lot of gadgets in front of me. Yes, I do a lot of research before I come on this particular show. That is why I say integrity matters most. For me, integrity matters. And mention the nitro M2 so if I don't have clear facts, I don't say it. On my phone, a lot of people send me a lot of things. But because people have me cross-checking me, there be my own integrity also matters. Right? I'm going to cancel to Dr. Bawumia so. Na China I don't do things like that. On 1 hour with the Munufi, I present facts and data. Data, me and cross-check. And I know, say, wow, you also believe in the same data. So if you doubt me, you can also cross-check. That is why usually I present dates, time. Sana Maria Nemano. And you know, Sana Be Francis. Sometimes that is how they do things. Say you can overrate that is also ma or dodge. The trainer was well ma. Most Kevin Taylor to me Magana, Kevin Taylor seen a boba. Papa no way. Also can one yet say Kevin Taylor no right. Bold over Hamu here me maba, me nyeboni bia maba. Then go in faith. What was a Kevin Taylor by no? One thing I like about Kevin Taylor is that he went to the apex court of the Supreme Court. The first time I got for who Kevin Taylor, no for the Supreme Court NAP. Okay, the chef I say high court for Kwafra no what ya. Paul I don't watch it. Obama, I told them court in front of Obisu. You see, that is how some people are bold enough to do things, and we need to appreciate them. So let's do things like that. And doing these particular things for Mother Ghana is not like Ubianumi and Hene or kids play. Sometimes some people call me on phone and I'm ready to do my them because I can't see me I there. I do want to easy. Say we trouble style baby. Bono is regional chairman no for if any chairman style baby. Chairman me chair we be able to. Some people call me on phone no more trouble me. But anyway, part of that they don't know. They take almost all kwasi anko page me be nye. E be me boy dey me yo. Me ade me ye me sere. But I don't want to say some things. Me ade ankasa me ye. We need just like helping Mother Ghana. That is why we do those things. YouTubing is not my full-time job. Part-time work can enye be that. Let's build a better community and better society. So I keep saying, say, I want to build this particular channel like a family channel. Until you become the part and parcel of the family. No? And then one other thing I may consider is the change of name of the channel. Right now, no, the name is 1 Hour with Munufi, but maybe from tomorrow or henceforth, what I will bring it is the debate with Munufi. This is the change of name. I'm I will update everything on the social media platforms. So henceforth, the name is going to be the debate with Munufi instead of 1 Hour with Munufi. Because sometimes after my 1 hour, no, my training videos need be maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So people also comment say, now video number maybe 20 minutes or 15 minutes. So why the name 1 hour? You say it's a watch streaming for 1 hour. So I want to make it the debate with Munufi and TV Pacho. Yeah, make it a date on that. Enti me de obi ase. Eye Ghana ho dwuma kakra. Me de bobesi we ha nyame ya adom a. Na wo de adom ya ochena mesan ya ba. Na afi de me nom asan abesom abom. 1 hour with Munufi. I just present the data and facts. Enti me da obi ase. Me ja ha ko me pese ye de ejije ni kakra. I just said the be aye no. I think say Kosi Swat is the best person between no enyom. O say this is not a love song. I like that particular love song. Until my indeed.
Woto ye mrade isa ye ma otumia o meyi mu be ye de ya brabo be ye fe ne nupe no ama ya pa be ye bie ye pro hiama ya kwa be papa wo sikanso ni medi hia o okoje sikra na wa bre ye mponyo no amemu oboni esikonto bohini ye hu fitempo a ye se koko ona mo be kasem no ya hye won funu mu ma
Jimmy for party now.
What's
your BB then? Jimmy for party. Jimmy for party the anonya den dodo.
The four so so I want to go. Kakra ye be so boys team to
Jimmy for party now. What's your BB then? Jimmy for party.
And don't hold your name
MPP for Nkwasiafo pa ma Jimmy MPP for Jimmy me who be stupid people. I don't know why I belong to that political party. You are idiots.